Welcome back to Equity TV. Today we're talking about something that I like to call the myth of athletics. All of us who were athletes in college believed we had a chance to go on to greater things, whether it's the NFL, the NBA, or the Olympics, or just a Division I school where we'll no doubt get thrust into the coaching ranks because, well, we're awesome. All athletes believe that. Otherwise, we wouldn't put ourselves on the field in positions of danger where we could get hurt, maimed, or worse, all for the sake of getting it done and getting the wins. But today we're going to talk to two young men, Pat Marzett and Curtis McGregor, who are currently in the thick of it. Now, earlier we talked to Jeremy Stott, who went on to play in the NFL, and just now we talked to Reggie Bolton, Coach Reggie Bolton. Still, I'm almost 40. I'm not comfortable calling coaches by their first names. Drives me nuts. But Coach Bolton was the first guy in his family to go to college, and he thought he was going to play in the NFL. First, Pat, let's talk to you for a minute. Now, what high school did you go to?
I went to West High in Bakersfield.
So, when you were at West, what was your number one priority?
My number one priority has basically always been to play football.
Okay, when did you start playing football?
I started playing when I was around 5 or 6.
So this has been in your head for a long time.
Yeah.
And you didn't go to bed at night dreaming of getting an A on that big history test.
No, I didn't even study for the test.
Did you know how to study?
No, I actually never did.
And I don't mean that in a rude way.
Yeah, no, honestly.
Yeah, because
nobody really ever sat down with me and told me, oh, this is how you study. You need to open your book and go. I might open my book and I might look at some highlighted words and I'll just close it. I'll get bored, go play the game or something, talk to somebody.
Right. Yeah, because what's the point?
Exactly.
People don't scream and cheer when you get an A on a test, at least not where I went to high school.
No, never.
No.
Never.
And a lot of times you don't find out the good part of getting good grades until much later down the road. So what was it like when you first came to BC?
Well, before, how you were saying, you don't know about the importance of school, really, because I thought, you just play football, and then somebody just comes in here, and then you're gone, and you come back and visit them for the holidays or whatever. But
so you thought, I don't know, whoever, Oregon or whoever was going to come.
Yeah, they'll just come through or whatever. So
and be like, Pat Marzett, sign here. We're going to put you in the big dorm.
But I didn't even pass the requirements to go to a college in high school.
When did you find that out?
Late. And I was and I found my teacher had told me, yeah, you have to go to a junior college. So I was like, I have to go to a junior college. So basically, I've been doing all of this stuff, taking all these classes, my Spanish 1, Spanish 2, all of this. And I took it so I just been taking it for no reason, so I got to go to a junior college. So I was even started to fall off more. I was just oh, I'm going to junior college anyway, so who needs math? And just didn't go to my math class, just stayed out.
Did you feel depressed? Did you feel sick over it? Because in your mind, and you'd probably been talking to your friends, what? TikTok, almost time for Pat to leave.
It was a lot of coaches coming in, so I was oh, this is good. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's after this, but I'm thinking, I'm good anyways. Grades don't even really matter. But then when they sat there and told me, oh, your transcripts, you don't have this and this and that. So I was basically I have to go to a junior college, so.
And by this and this and this, it wasn't something you could fix at summer school.
No, not at all.
It was a little beyond that.
Yeah.
We're going to come right back to you for a minute. But, Curtis, let's talk to you for just a second. In case anyone couldn't tell by your build, you are a running back.
Yes.
And you're not from California. You're from Houston.
Yes.
Okay. What was high school like for you?
Basically the same thing. I came from actually a powerhouse high school, so football players ran the school. We did what we wanted to do. No one ever told us, oh, no, don't do that. You don't need to do that.
So this is your life was like Varsity Blues.
Yes.
Okay.
And it just, every day, we decided what we want to do, how we want to do it. Either we did it or we threatened we're going to leave the school.
Oh, wow.
And they catered to it, and it hurt a lot of us so bad in the long run. Some made it because along the way, when they got out, someone came to them and took them under and helped them become a better person and learn the system. And just basically knowing how to study, how to do your schoolwork, just taking time out teaching them the right things.
Yeah, but not getting your education and growing up in a place like Houston. I grew up in a place where there are opportunities to make money where they don't necessarily care if you have an education.
Yeah.
You just have to be down for the cause. Were those opportunities available in Houston?
Yes.
And did you know people who got caught up into that because they didn't have other options?
Yes, I have 2 cousins actually. Right after high school, one was supposed to go to Miami University, and one was supposed to go to the University of Texas for basketball. And they didn't have a lot of money and a lot of people. They didn't have no someone that provided for them. So what they did was went to one of the older guys that could provide for them and took them under the wrong way.
Understood. And that, as we all know, it ends in jails, institutions, and death.
Yeah, that's why it ended in jail.
Right. And if you have an education, you have more doors open to you, but you have to learn how to be a student. And Pat, that was something that happened to you at BC, right?
Yeah. When I came in, like I was saying, like it was open a book, look at some highlighted words, and close it. Like it didn't really mean anything to me. And then I got into a program at a school called AMP, and
what is AMP?
AMP is a African American male mentoring program where they try to give you skills that you basically probably never had, which I didn't have, was like to study, how to talk to your professors, and to talk to your professors and not be scared to talk to them because, I mean, they're adults just as you are, and just like a lot of study skills and how to work hard. And when you have a problem, like you can go to somebody and talk about it. Like they give you an outlet to where maybe at home you don't have anyone to talk to, or around you have no one to talk to, or nobody that's around you that's been to college and knows about it, and they can help you with situations like that. And that really helped me a lot to like turn my academics around, like a lot.
And now, Pat, you have a different kind of problem, don't you?
Yeah.
Now your problem is you got people knocking on the door, but you're kind of like hiding behind the curtain from them because you right? You have a couple different colleges that want your services as both a student and an athlete.
Yeah.
So the road is not over for you yet, but you wouldn't be getting those phone calls. You wouldn't have this happy problem if you hadn't figured it out on the student side, right?
Yeah, if they didn't take care of me, they really helped me a lot.
But
I wouldn't have any type of opportunities. I would just be working, basically trying to do whatever I could because football would be over.
But be fair to yourself here, Pat. You had the courage to admit where you were not strong, and you took advantage of the help that was available.
Yeah.
Because there can be tons of help available, just like that weight room on campus. But if you don't put in the time,
Exactly.
it doesn't matter how good that weight room is, right?
Yeah.
And Curtis, you do have to get an education because things can happen, right? Like injuries.
Yes. I'm very familiar with that.
Right. You going into last season, a lot of people were excited about what you were going to bring to Renegade football, and you did get hurt.
Yes,
in the
did.
first quarter.
First game.
Of the first game.
Yes.
And that could happen to somebody in the NFL. And then what, right?
Yes.
What is your major? What do you want to do if football doesn't pan out? Knock on wood, because we all know it will. But.
Oh, well, be a juvenile probation officer. Mainly because the way that I grew up, I didn't have a lot. And I want to be the difference maker, the influence guy that can go back to my community and other communities and talk to kids as well and just show them there's a light. It's not going to always be dark. I mean, you got to just take a chance. Like I did. I came to California, didn't know nobody, never met Coach Chudy, never seen him before, never met Coach Bowden. And the best decision I feel I made as a young man, getting to know Coach Bowden, honestly, and talking to him, that's the most positive thing I've seen. A black guy that have a master's degree. That's positive.
It's super positive, and he shows you, and it sounds like you've picked up on that whether or not you're carrying a football, you can inspire people and help people.
Yeah, he tells us all the time, it don't matter where you go, get there, get your degree.
Yeah.
Football is not promised to everyone. We hope it is. I hope it's promised to me. I hope everything that I'm doing, one day I'm going to say thank you, and it's all done. I just appreciate that and everything that's been done.
Well, we appreciate having you here, Curtis. And Pat, I know we don't have you for much longer, but it's been fun having you while we could. We're going to check in with Christine Din right now for a quick Renegade News Beat.
That's right, Francis. I'm Christine Din with your Renegade News Beat. Bakersfield College's fine dining experience, the Renegade Room, is open for dinners on Tuesdays and Thursdays and for lunch on Wednesdays. Menu and prices are posted online at bakersfieldcollege.edu. Enjoy the best Bakersfield College's culinary arts has to offer. Now, if you want to hear some great stories, on April 7, mark it down on your calendar, April 7th, Captain Luis Montalvan and his dog Tuesday will be at Bakersfield College to discuss the relationship between military service members and canine service members. Captain Montalvan is the author of Till Tuesday, a book about his in-country experiences with his canine companion. Information is posted online at bakersfieldcollege.edu. All right, that's it for us at Renegade Newsbeat. Back to you, Francis.
Thank you, Christine. There's all kinds of wonderful things going on in life, and just like Pat and Curtis are about to find out, you can be a part of it if you get your education and you follow through. Be a winner in the classroom and on the field. We've shown you people who have done it, and so can you. For the entire Bakersfield College family, I'm Francis Mayer. This is Equity TV.